Woke up with 50 enemies plotting my death. All 50 seeing visions of me shot in the chest. Couldn't rest, nah, nigga, I was stressed. Had me creeping round corners, homie sleeping in my vest. Shit, I'm like
Alright, well, we'll jump right into it. First question. Obviously, you're facing Joe Duarte, and you guys are headlining the Strikeforce Challengers. How's training going?
Perfect, I'm ready.
Joe's a tough cat. You know, what advantages do you feel that you have over him, though?
I think I'm better than he is everywhere. Man, I think maybe he's a guy. I think he's a young version of me. I seen him fight and I was extremely familiar. It looks very, very familiar. It was weird. Aggressive, punches hard, comes forward, likes to put on a show for the crowd. Even looks like me a little bit. He got a tattoo in the same arm. It was weird.
What type of role do you think experience will play in this fight?
I don't think for the mindset and the way I see him in his interviews, he enjoys himself very much being in the cage as well as I do. He gets in the cage and he's got a smile all over his face. He just enjoys it. He enjoys being in the cage, enjoys fighting. I don't know. I don't really think about that stuff or what he's doing or how he's gonna feel or the pressure. I'm sure it'll hit him. I've been on the big show so many times. I've done main events and I can't speak for Joe. I can only speak for me. I cannot control what he does. I can only control what I do. So maybe the main event would actually motivate him to do better and do well, or he'll fold under pressure. I've seen him fold under pressure before in a couple of his fights, and I'm not going anywhere. He gave me his best shot, and still I'm going to keep him coming and coming. And it's the main event. There's a lot of people watching, a lot of people on TV watching. I have been in this situation before. He never has. So for a mental mid, that's definitely a problem. I just don't think Joe's a mental mid. I think he's ready for it. I think he's going to come very well prepared. And I'm like always, I'm ready for war. He's going to be one of the toughest opponents I've fought so far.
Speaking of, you being on the big show so many times, excuse me, there's a lot of people that think that maybe you shouldn't be fighting on the Challenger show and that you should be on the main cards with the rest of the Strikeforce fighters. Do you feel any of that? Do you agree with that?
I appreciate the support of everybody that says that. I definitely think with my skill set and as someone that I've had this fighting, I actually make people turn on the TV to watch the fight. I'm not the guy that makes people fall asleep while they're watching the fight. So with that being said, yes, I do belong in the big Strikeforce show cards with the bigger names, with the bigger guys. I don't fight the best guys in the world, but headlining a televised card, even though it's a Challenger series, is not bad whatsoever. I have no complaints, to be honest with you. I have no complaints. If all the fans, I keep getting this question over and over, George, everybody thinks that you should be on the bigger card and on the M1 card, the real Strikeforce card, not in the Challenger series. I don't think about them. I never did. I just want to get a good fight. The only thing that I give a shit about is being televised. I think it's absolutely disrespectful to me to put me on the televised card.
Speaking of, you being on the big show so many times, there's a lot of people that think that maybe you shouldn't be fighting on the Challenger show and that you should be on the main cards with the rest of the Strikeforce fighters. Do you agree with that?
I appreciate the support of everybody that says that. I definitely think with my skill set and as someone that I've had this fighting, I actually make people turn on the TV to watch the fight. I'm not the guy that makes people fall asleep while they're watching the fight. So with that being said, yes, I do belong in the big Strikeforce show cards with the bigger names, with the bigger guys. I don't fight the best guys in the world, but headlining a televised card, even though it's a Challenger series, is not bad whatsoever. I have no complaints, to be honest with you. I have no complaints. If all the fans, I keep getting this question over and over, George, everybody thinks that you should be on the bigger card and on the M1 card, the real Strikeforce card, not in the Challenger series. I don't think about them. I never did. I just want to get a good fight. The only thing that I give a shit about is being televised. I think it's absolutely disrespectful to me to put me on the televised card. That I give a shit about. If my fight's televised, I don't care. Being a main event televised card, how many fighters get a chance to do that? Not very many. It's my second main event, and not only that, it's in the Palms, Vegas. It's going to be posters and out and the billboards and things, and it's trying to be hyped up quite a bit. And not only I think I deserve that, I'm going to capitalize on my opportunity.
Assuming you win, where does George Gurgel go from here? I mean, what type of moves do you have in that head of yours?
If I didn't think that I was still here, and have a chance to be a champion of the world, that there's no point in me fighting whatsoever. I want to, assuming I win, and I got really a lot of victory. However, it comes to me, all I'm looking for is the next guy. I'm not gonna call anybody out. I never did. I don't pick opponents like a lot of people do. I want to fight this person. And I don't do any of that. I'll go home. I'll go train my wife for her next fight. I'll go train to my fighters, and when I get a call, it's my manager's job to give me a name, a location, and a date. I'll make weight. I'll show up, and I'll give them hell.
With all the movement from the Strikeforce fighters, obviously the Overeem and the Fedor and the Marlies Kunin have got the most press, but they've cut some other guys like Overeem's brother and such. Does that affect you? Do you feel that your job's safe, and does that affect your training and preparation at all?
No. I never feel that. It sucks. If I would stop to think about it and think that way, absolutely, everybody's job is that. Nowadays, and I don't want to put myself in a difficult situation, but using knees the wrong way nowadays you get cut. I'm very, very good friends with Sean Shelby, which is the matchmaker for Strikeforce. I'm great friends with Joe Silva. When I got cut from the UFC, Dana literally came in here saying, George, it's only politics. I can't believe that we're gonna have to cut you, but it's just the way it is. It's politics. It's 2 losses in a row, and every time I saw a fight and I saw your name in the fight card, I was certain I was gonna at least get to see one fight. And it gave me a compliment, a hug, and I understood his business, and I left. It's just gotten worse. There are so many fighters, and Zuffa monopolizes everybody and everything. That literally, you do one thing wrong, you say one comment wrong on television, you have to fight and lose a fight. You do something that they don't like you doing on camera, and you get a phone call and they you cut. So if I were to waste my energy worrying about losing my job by getting cut, why did I do this? Something I cannot control. I don't worry. I worry about fighting, maybe best this guy in outstanding fashion, getting my best performance, get out of the way, and then waiting for a call for the next fight. That's what I'm looking forward to.
You're coming off the win against Billy Vaughn, and when you after you face Duarte, do you have a particular fighter in mind that you would like to fight? Maybe a loss you would like to avenge, or somebody that you kind of feel that you deserve to fight after a win over an opponent like Joe Duarte?
I don't want to. Avenging my losses will come to me in time. As long as I'm moving up closer to a title shot, I do not care who I fight. It's not about avenging my losses or bad decisions. Obviously, I'm very vocal about thinking that I'm not a sore loser, but I really don't think I lost the fight to Billy Evangelista. I think he fought a smart fight, not to get beat up by me, but I'm the one that I walked out away, and I went to the pizza and he went to the hospital, Bruce Smith. So, but if he wants to take me down, hold me down that way, fine. I don't want to, this is quiet here, I don't want to call anybody out, and I don't really, and KJ knows too. KJ knows a good guy. He knows what he's done. He knows how he won the fight. Everybody does. I have to talk about it. But I'm not gonna look for any. Like I said, I'm not gonna look for any avenging my losses or calling anybody out. No.
I heard a rumor from a source that I got that instead of Strikeforce folding into the UFC, they were gonna use Strikeforce as like a feeder banner for the UFC and bring some of the bigger names from the UFC over to Strikeforce for added star power. One of the names being thrown around is a very good friend of yours, and Rich Franklin. Do you know if there's any knowledge or any truth to that rumor?
Whoa. Really? I'm surprised. That's on a very, very surprising news. I think that's a humongous rumor. I really don't believe Rich is gonna. No, I don't think so. It makes sense that now that you talk about it, because he's stuck in this no man land of 205, while Danny Henderson is a champion, and Danny Henderson won a very, very controversial match against Rich. So if they're bringing instead of from a Strikeforce to the UFC, is a good idea. It's a very good marketing idea. from the UFC to bring their star power to the Strike Force, to make two bigger shows, and bring the good big fighters to Strike Force to have to challenge for the belt, and bring Rich Franklin to actually be a belt contender for the light heavyweight division. It's all a great idea, but it's the first time that I've ever heard that.
I agree. I think it makes incredible sense. You know, I think Franklin would fit perfectly at a cruiserweight division at 195 if we had. But I agree. I think it makes great sense. So if the story pans out and it happens to be true, you know where you heard it first.
Yes, if I knew and I was allowed to tell this information, I'll definitely tell you. But I have never heard anything like that until you just told me. That'd be nice. It'd be nice if Rich and I go back and fight for the same organization again. That'd be kind of cool.
I agree. I will enjoy your dinner.
I want the Strike Force belts that are looking in the UFC, in my opinion, and I want that belt still. I'm healthy. I'm ready. Joe Duarte is on my way right now to get a bigger, better fight, a bigger card. There's a lot of good fighters out there. The Strike Force alone, I hope he fights for Strike Force. But the champion himself is Gilbert Melendez. But honestly, I think I'll give him a hell of a fight. There's nothing that he can do besides being a better wrestler than me that he can. I'm just not intimidated by the champ or anybody in the lightweight division of Strike Force whatsoever. So moving forward after I beat this guy up, and if that happens, if it merges, Rich doesn't care where he fights. As long as they pay him what he deserves to be paid, I'm sure he'll do what he's told.
I agree 100% that you would give Gilbert hell, but I don't think we'd be able to find a 155er that you wouldn't give hell. So enjoy.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it, man.
Enjoy your dinner, brother. It's always great talking to you. Tell Zoila that we said.
I'm gonna enjoy my wife's dinner. I'm just gonna look at it.
Right. Well, tell her we said congratulations, man, and I wish you the best of luck. And remember, I told you it's my birthday, so I better get a birthday win.
Oh my God, man! Trust me, I will try my very hardest, brother.
I know you will, man. Enjoy. I'll talk to you soon.
Let me live on these streets, cause ain't no peace for me in jail. Getting worldwide exposure with a bunch of niggas that don't give a fuck, riding as my soldiers. I'm just releasing them on the warpath, not your average dealer. West side outlaw, bad boy killer. Complete my mission, my competition no longer beefing. I murdered all them busters, now I'm the last motherfucker